Hello everybody, Tony Castro here at Arroyo Regional Park, previously known as O'Neill Regional Park. Same park, different name. I'm going to show you the campground today and all the campsites. There's 79 campsites, I believe. There's one of them, number one. You can see that has shade where you can park your vehicle. That's campsite number one. Got some good shade for your vehicle. There's no shade over the table or the picnic area. They give you a grill and a bonfire pit and a spigot for the water hose. Here's campsite number two. A lot of sun in the parking area where you park your vehicle. So if you have like an RV or something, you probably don't want to be here. Number two. But they do have shade. Area number two does have shade for your tent. Here's the picnic table. There is the grill I was talking about. I don't want to spend too much time at site number one because there was a lady there. There's the bonfire pit. And that's your parking spot. Let's see if this works. Got water. All right, so that's one and two. Number one has shade on the parking spot, but no shade on the picnic table. Campsite number two has no shade in the parking spot, but shade over the picnic table. That's Live Oak Road. This is campsite number three. There's no shade in the parking area, but there is shade over the picnic table. Area number four has partial shade. And by the way, it's 5:30 p.m. right now on July 27th, 2026. A Monday, just so you know what time the shade is at these campsites. So campsite number four has partial shade in the parking spot, but it has a good amount of shade over the picnic table. And the grill and the bonfire pit. So if you get here around 5 p.m. in July, there should be shade. Most of them have water, not all of them. But you might have a nice neighbor. See, this one doesn't work. Probably just tighten this. Check out the next campsite. This is campsite number five. There's no shade in the parking spot and partial shade over the picnic table, but no shade over the grill or the bonfire ring. That is Pawfoot Trail. And then the other side of the trail, that's Live Oak Canyon Road. We're coming up to space number six. Has partial shade in the parking spot and partial shade over the picnic area. But number five looks like it has a good amount of shade right after the picnic table to put your tent, but didn't have any shade on the picnic table. So number six has partial shade in the parking spot and partial shade over the picnic area, but it has a good amount of shade for a tent. Or maybe you want sun. Maybe you want to come get a tan. I don't know. Number seven, van accessible. This is gravel and concrete. Let's check it out. That's space number 7. It's accessible. So this one's not dirt. But this one's all sun. No shade. Has a different bonfire pit. No sun in the parking spot. No shade in the parking spot, all sun. And no shade in the picnic area, all sun. All right, let's check out the next spot. Surrounding area. There's a trail right there. It's called Pawfoot Trail. Here's space number 8. No shade in the parking spot and no shade in the picnic area, but there's some shade right there for a tent. That's number 8. Let's check out the next one. So this is number 8. Has no shade at all. See number 9. Number 9 has shade in the parking spot and shady spot for your tent. The picnic table has partial shade, but the grill and the bonfire pit have shade. That was 9. Number 10 has partial shade at 5 p.m. in July in the parking spot and partial shade in the picnic area. That's space number 10. Number 11 has partial shade in the parking spot and partial shade in the picnic area, only over the bonfire pit, not over the picnic table or the grill. See number 12, it's over here. Let's check out number 12. So that's how they're numbered. You gotta kind of make a U-turn to get back to number 12. '59 through '79 that way. Okay, here's number 12. Has no shade in the parking spot, but plenty of shade over the picnic table and plenty of shade over the grill and the bonfire pit, but zero shade in the parking spot. That's number 12. Surrounding area. Here's number 13. Zero shade, all sun in the parking spot, but some shade for a tent. Zero shade in the picnic area for the table, the grill, and the bonfire pit. They all have sun. Number 14 coming up. This is bathroom number, it says Arroyo restroom number 2 is right here. That one has a shower and a bathroom, a toilet. Here's number 14, has plenty of shade in the parking spot. In fact, this parking spot goes all the way through. This is number 14. Has plenty of shade right in front of Arroyo restroom number 2. Has shade in the parking spot, over the picnic table, over the grill, over the bonfire pit, and a good shady spot for a tent. And it's right next to the restroom, conveniently. So that restroom there, Arroyo restroom number 2, It has shower and the toilet, but this shower you have to hold the button down to operate it. And as soon as you let go of the button, the shower water will stop coming out. All right, so this is space number 15. Has shade over, partial shade in the parking spot. Picnic area. I didn't see the picnic area. Where is it? Oh, it's over there behind that canopy. Has shade. It's number 16. Has sun in the parking lot, in the parking space, but shade over the picnic area. So partial shade in 16 for the parking spot, and some shade over the picnic area. It's number 16 right here. Here's number 17. Number 17 has one of those cool driveways that goes all the way through. There's shade, plenty of shade in the parking spot here. And let's check the picnic area. Yep, picnic area. Look, no one's here, so we can check it out. So this is number 17. The parking space goes all the way through, and the picnic area has shade. Number 17 has shade. Some of these spots are RV only, so if you have a tent, you can't stay in some of the campsites, but there's more campsites that allow you to use a tent. Very few are RV only. So that was number 17. All right, number 18 has partial but very little shade in the parking spot. Let's check the picnic area. The grill has shade. The table has all sun, and the bonfire pit has all sun. Does have a water connection for the water hose. You could bring a water hose and like maybe a sprinkler to keep yourself cool. Number 19. Here's number 19. Nobody's here, so we could go through it. All right, 19 has all shade in the parking space, and it goes through. And the picnic area is all shade. That's number 19. Shade over the bonfire pit, shade over the grill, shade over the picnic table, and shade for a tent. 8 guests are allowed. 2 vehicles. It's $5 for the second vehicle. It's $20 for the night, and only 14 nights per month. All right, that was number 19. Is all shade. Somewhere along here, Live Oak will turn into Trabuco Canyon. All right, that was 19. Yeah, that was 19. Where's number 20? I think we passed it. Or is this it? Oh, here it is. Number 20 has shade in the parking space and shade over the picnic table, over the grill, and over the bonfire pit. That's number 20. Has a bunch of shade. All right, number 21 has shade in the parking space and shade over the picnic table. 21's really shady. That's what number 21 looks like. There's the trail, Pawfoot Trail, and I'm not sure if that's Live Oak or turned into Trabuco Canyon, but same street. It's number 22, all sun in the parking space, and all sun over the grill, sun over the picnic table and the bonfire pit. Number 23 has partial shade in the parking space and shade over the picnic table, over the grill, and over the bonfire pit. This one, number 23, is accessible. So it's gravel, it's not dirt. Here's number 24, has shade in the parking space and shade over the picnic table and over everything else. So 24 has shade. 25 has partial shade, mostly shade in the parking space and shade in the picnic area. That's 25. Number 26, mostly shade in the parking space, partial shade over the picnic table, sun over the grill, and sun over the bonfire pit. That's number 26, but it has shade right here for a tent. Surrounding area. Number 27 has shade, mostly shade in the parking space, and sun over the picnic table and over the grill, and partial shade over the bonfire pit. All right, what's next? What was that, 27? All right, this is gonna be 28. Looks like it has, I can't tell. I'm gonna say partial sun and shade because it's creating shade, and their picnic area looks partially shady for 28. 29, mostly sunny, partial shade in the parking space, but there is shade over the picnic table, the bonfire ring, and the grill. That's for 29, has shade. Some shade in the driveway, not too much. The sign says Hickory Creek Group Area, Harmon Equestrian Camping, campsites 30 through 79. All right, let's go check out 30 through 79. We're just about halfway through. This is number 30, has plenty of shade in the parking space, shade over the picnic table. They have 2 connections for the water hose. There's shade over the grill and the bonfire pit. That's number 30. Number 31 has shade in the parking space, shade over the picnic table, over the grill, and the bonfire pit. Let's go check it out since nobody's there. This is number 31, has a lot of shade. I like this one because, so this is number 31, it's all shade. We're talking about like 5:30 p.m.-ish. July 27, 2026. So this is why I like number 31. Straight to the trail. No neighbors, just the trail. So this is what you see from number 31. They have an extra bench, or is that for, that might be for 32. This is what the grill looks like. The picnic table. Show you what the picnic table looks like. It's concrete. All right, so that's 31. It's all shade. 31's really good because of that trail. But that's subjective. That's just my opinion. If you don't like that trail because there's a bobcat coming at you at night, maybe you don't want to be there. I think I went the wrong way for 32. Okay, let's go back on track. So we left off at 31. So far, that's my favorite one. I've passed by number 34. I said I like that one when I passed by it, but let's see what it looks like right now. Sun-wise versus shade-wise. All right, so that was 31. Here is 32. 32 is all shade. Has shade in the driveway and shade over the picnic area and shade for your tent. All right, that was 32. So number 33, partial shade in the parking space, but mostly sun in the parking space. Looks like there is shade in the picnic area. That's number 33. Number 34 is full of shade in the driveway and shade over the picnic area. A little bit of sun over the table, but it's butted up against the trail, so you don't have a neighbor, but you have bobcats. Here's number 35, has shade in the parking space and shade over the picnic area, picnic table. And it's also butted up against the trail. No neighbor, but you might get some bobcats. Number 36 has shade in the parking space, shade for the tent, shade for the picnic area. And number 37 has shade over the parking space. Oh no, wait, that was 37, 36. Oh, this is 37, sorry. 37 has shade over the parking space and looks like partial sun, partial shade in the picnic area. Empty space right here. So if you're in 35, you're probably gonna have the most privacy, number 35, because you don't have any neighbors behind you or to the right of you. Here's number 38. Shade in the parking space and shade in the picnic area. Let's check it out. Got a cool bush right here to create some more shade in the morning. So plenty of shade on this campsite. And that's campsite number 38. That's what that one looks like. Right before 6 p.m. late July 2026. That was 38. Let's look for 39. Oh, here's 39. Has sun in the driveway but shade over the picnic table for 39. Sunny driveway, shady table, but sun over the grill, shade over the bonfire pit. Number 40 is accessible, so it's gravel, not dirt. That's number 40. Number 41, partial sun and shade for the driveway and sunny picnic area. That one goes up against the trail, so it's more private, but you might get a bobcat. 42 has shade in the driveway and shade over the picnic area, but not over the grill. The grill has sun on 42. 43 has partial shade in the driveway and shade over the grill, partial shade in the picnic table, and sun over the bonfire pit. 44 has shade everywhere, all shade for number 44, and it's up against 43 and 44 are up against the trails. There's bathroom number 3, Arroyo restroom number 3. It's different than restroom number 2. The showers are separated from the toilets, and the showers, you don't have to hold the button down the whole time to get the water to come out. You can push the button once and the water comes out for like 2 minutes, and then you can push it again. So 43 and 42 are up against the trails. And let's see where 44 is. Oh, here's 44 is also against the trail. 45 has shade. It's not against the trail. Number 46 has shade in the driveway, and it has the driveway that goes through all the way. The picnic area is partial shade, sun over the table, but shade over the bonfire pit and the grill. And that was number 46. Here's number 47. This one's against the trail, so you don't have any neighbors. It's more private, but you might get a bobcat. This is number 47. Shade, mostly shade in the driveway, shade over the grill, shade over the bonfire pit, and sun, partial shade sun over the picnic table. And it's up against the trail. That's 47. All right, number 48 has shade in the driveway and partial sunshade for the picnic area. That's 48. 49 has sun over the driveway and sun over the picnic area. And number 50 has plenty of shade over the parking space and partial shade in the picnic area. The grill and the bonfire pit have shade, but the table doesn't. I thought that was a space, but it's not. All right, so that was number 50. Space number 51 has shade over the driveway and shade over the picnic area, including the grill and the bonfire pit. That's 51. 52 has shade, mostly shade in the driveway and a shady picnic area. Looking for 53 now. That was 52. Okay. There's 53 over here. But what would that make this one? I guess it's numbered on the other side. I think we already did that one. All right, 53 has shade over, partial shade over the driveway. And the picnic area has partial sun shade. That's number 53. Number 54 is coming up right here on the right. Number 54 has mostly shade in the parking space, but the picnic area is all sun. All right, number 55 has shade in the parking area and shade in the picnic area. And that one, 53 and 55, are up against the trail, so you get more privacy, but you might get a bobcat. 56 has sun in the parking space and looks like shady picnic area. 58 has sun in the parking space and sun in the picnic area. So 57 and 58 are up against the trail, so you get privacy, but you might get a bobcat. So check out number 59. All right, 59 looks like it's mostly shade in the parking space, And I can't see the picnic area. It looks like partial shade. Number 60, shade in the parking space and shade in the picnic area. Okay, for number, which one was that? That one does have shade. This is number 61, has shade in the parking space and shade in the picnic area, partial shade in the picnic area. I saw a lot of sun. Number 62, shady parking space and shade over the picnic area. 63 has sun over, partial shade over the parking space, but sun over the picnic area. 61 and 63 are up against the trail, so you might get a bobcat. All right, 64 has shade over the parking space and shade over the picnic area. 65 has sun everywhere, partial shade in the driveway, but sun over the grill, sun over the bonfire pit. You got shade over the table and a shady spot for a tent. That's number 65. Number 67 has partial shade, mostly shade for the parking space, and the picnic area has shade. Number 60, oh, we skipped number 66, has shade in the parking area and shade over the picnic area. All right, number 68 has sun, partial shade in the parking space and shade over the grill, but sun over the picnic table and sun over the bonfire pit. So 66 and 68 are up against the trail, so you might get a bobcat. All right, number 69, all shade. For 69, all shade. Number 70, partial shade in the parking spot, sun over the grill, sun over the bonfire pit, and partial shade over picnic table. 71, partial, mostly shade over the parking space. Picnic table has shade, the grill has shade, but the bonfire pit has sun. Again, this is right before 6 p.m., late July 2026. 72. Gonna have mostly shade in the parking space for 72, but the picnic area is all sun. So 70 and 72 are up against the trail. What I mean about up against the trail is you don't have any neighbors. Instead, you have a trail. So you have more privacy, but there's also more danger for the bobcats. All right, let's move on. So that's 70. We did that one already. And that was 70. This is 72. So 70 and 72 are up against the trail. 73, all shade. 74 is up against the trail, all sun. Number 75. The picnic area has shade. We got mostly sun in the parking space. Let's check out the picnic area. So there it is. Shade for the picnic area. But you got mostly sun in your driveway. That's 75. Let's check out 76. Has mostly shade, a lot of shade in the driveway for 76, and mostly shade over the picnic area, except the picnic table has some sun. Number 77 has shade over the driveway and mostly shady for the picnic area, except the bonfire pit has sun. All right, that's number 77. So 74 and 76 are up against the trail, so you might get a bobcat. All right, here's number 78. 78 does have some shade in the driveway and shade in the picnic area. This is the last two. So that's number 78. And then number 79 has, looks like almost all shade in the driveway area, and the picnic area has plenty of shade. So I would say number 79 is all shade. Here's number 79. That's going to complete our tour. That's all 79 campsites at Arroyo Regional Park Campground. It's $20 for one night. You could do 14 nights in 1 month. And it's $5 for an extra vehicle. Up to 8 people per campsite. You can get 2 campsites if you need it. You can't get 3. See, the quiet time for the generators is at 8 p.m. Quiet time for like your loudspeakers, like your Bluetooth, is at 10 p.m. And let's see what else. They got wood here for sale for $5. Cheapest in town. That's it, guys. We're back here to number 1, campsite number 1. So this is Arroyo Regional Park, formerly known as O'Neill Regional Park. So same park. The park is still here, but it's a different name. It's no longer called O'Neill Regional Park. It's now called Arroyo Regional Park. So this was a full tour of the campground of every campsite 1 through 79. Thank you for joining me, Tony Castro. Same bat channel, same bat time.